Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. We're coming to you from the Home Depot, almost live. Guys, there are a lot of, and ladies, there are a lot of changes happening at Home Depot, and it really tells you about the health of the sector. Things are changing rapidly, and it's funny because people have that normalcy bias. Whatever is happening yesterday is gonna happen today, but they don't understand how fast things can change. Now, I've got two different stories about Home Depot, and it is going to talk about the health of the economy, which we're talking about the health of the construction industry, the housing industry, okay? Two different stories. Let's start with this one. Home Depot to change pay policy for hourly employees. It says right here on January 11th, Home Depot said on Wednesday it will change its pay policy for hourly employees starting on January 16th. It says the policy for with associates being paid based on exact time punches. Our policy has been to round total shifts up or down to the nearest 15 minutes. We're changing our practice nationwide to pay hourly associates to the nearest minute, a company spokesperson said. Now it says Business Insider first reported on the development, adding that several Home Depot employees filed lawsuits in recent years accusing the company of purposefully rounding down their pay. That's very interesting. It says, according to the Fair Labor Standards Act, FSLA, some employers track employee hours worked in 15-minute increments, and the FSLA allows an employer to round employee time to the nearest quarter. Now, it's very interesting that they use that example, how there were lawsuits that some employees had sued because they were saying they were rounding down, right? But this is the way I look at it. The industry is changing, and it's changing fast, as you're going to see from this next report. And Home Depot knows that if they pay to the exact minute, they can save money. Because when you're rounding up, that is always when you're losing money, right? Now, it might not seem like a lot of money to you or to me, but when you look at the numbers, the sheer numbers of how many people are paid an extra few minutes a day on coming in and leaving, the numbers could be actually quite staggering and quite a cost savings. You see, companies right now are starting to look at where to save money. A lot of companies are choosing the route of laying people off. We're seeing that over and over and over again. And I'm telling you, in the first full quarter of 2023, you are going to see stories of layoffs like you would not believe. And what it is literally akin to exactly what happened in the last housing bust. Now let's dive into this next story, and this is going to tell a picture, because at first they paint this rosy picture, and this is an analyst firm, Zacks, that is covering Home Depot. It just came out. It says shares of Home Depot have performed roughly in line with the broader market over the past year. And again, this is coming from Zacks. Okay, so again, let's start over. The shares of Home Depot have performed roughly in line with broader market over the past year, which is negative 18.6 versus a negative 18.1% for the S&P 500 index, and only modestly better than rival Lowe's, which is down 19.5%. The Zacks construction, which earlier matched Home Depot's performance, has lately done relatively better in as interest rates have pulled back a bit, which down negative 15%. But on the whole, the outlook for Home Depot is a function of the outlook for the housing space that has been weighed down by higher interest rates resulting from the Fed's tightening cycle. It says right here, Home Depot reported its 10th straight quarter of earnings and sales beats in the fiscal third quarter. Results are also outpaced our estimate in quarter three. It continued to gain from strong demand for home improvement projects, robust housing market trends. Okay, so that all sounds great. You're like, oh yeah, they've been doing great. They've been knocking out of the park for 10th straight quarter. But again, I want to remind you, for 10 quarters, life has changed. Everything's been shut down. People have been home more than they've been away at work. They've had time for home do-it projects. They've had stimulus money in their pockets, and they have been spending it, all right? But things are changing, just like you said right here. But on the whole, now I think of Austin Powers, but on the whole, Preparation Day does feel better. Sorry, I just can't help myself. But on the whole, the outlook for Home Depot is a function of the outlook for the housing space that has been weighed down. And that is true. We are seeing it right now pivot, and it is hitting the mainstream media. This is why it is an excellent time to start getting ready to look for opportunities in the real estate market. It's still going to take some time. We're talking a year, 2 years to fully flush out all of these issues in the housing market, because you are going to start seeing fireworks when it comes to mortgage rates and different types of mortgage products as the Fed continues to raise rates, all right? But seeing Home Depot and what they're going through, cutting costs, changing all kinds of policies, and then looking at what the analysts are saying, they're like, hey, yeah, they've had some great quarters, but now it's shifting. Why? Because the housing market's shifting. And they always try and hit you with the positive. Oh, yeah, but you know what? Things have been great lately because interest rates pulled back a little bit. That's it. Now they're starting to go up again, right? Because why? The dollar is starting to lose value, and the Federal Reserve, everybody knows that's in the know, that the Federal Reserve is going to be forced to continue to raise rates to try and keep that dollar propped up. All right, guys, I hope you got something out of this. If you did, put it down in the comment section. I thank you so much. The Economic Ninja is out.